Arguing with a fool proves there are two. I wanted to touch on arguments and fools and the like because I'm guilty of this myself. I get into arguments with people in the comments because I want to help people. I genuinely come from a good place. But when I have to take a step back and realize what are the intentions behind some of these comments and what are the reasons why people are having these engagements that I'm having with, it isn't coming from a place where they actually want to have a conversation and actually learn something or listen to my point of view. And that's where we get to that quote of, arguing with a fool proves there are two is you're not going to get anywhere. And if you are wasting your energy on trying to get through to someone that doesn't want to be influenced at all, they want to dunk on you, mainly in the comments section on YouTube where I've found it. And I have to admit, as soon as I got I wrote this idea down for a video, but today, right before I started making this video, I started recording, I had just replied to someone. And so I was like, I have to make this video now because I need my own medicine. I need to take my own advice in this and say, instead of trying to be right all the time, like I have an obsession with being right. Don't you know that you're wrong? Don't you want to listen to me? I have to take a step back and do what's right. And what's right and being right are not the same thing. Doing what's right might be not saying anything, not putting more energy into the situation. I like to comment and respond to things on my videos, but this was a reply to me on someone else's video. So I'm not even helping my own algorithm, I'm helping someone else's algorithm. And maybe I want to help them anyways, even though I don't agree with them. I want what's best for people in the world. But with this person that's responding to me and they're commenting and they're trying to get something out of me, they don't really want to listen to me. They want to dunk on me. And I feel like that is so much of the comment section on any, not just YouTube, on any social media where people aren't really looking to have a conversation or to listen. They're just wanting to be right or look right or sound right or dunk on that person. And I think if you then engage with that, if you take it personal, then like the quote says, you're a fool as well. You're a fool because you're not understanding what's going on. And I have to learn from that as well because I have limited amount of time. This isn't my day job. I make these videos for fun. And if I'm going to spend time and effort thinking about how can I try to get through this person, because I genuinely do care. I'm not making videos because I have some product to sell or some program to sell. I'm just talking about things, sharing my experience and hoping that people can not make the same mistakes that I made in my life. And that's why I want to share this stuff. I want to get this stuff out, or I want to have a genuine conversation. I want to ask questions as I do. So it's coming from a good place. So when I then succumb to getting on someone else's level where I'm just trying to make them, understand me, but they don't want to understand me. They have no intention of understanding me. That's not why they're making the comment. I'm wasting valuable time and effort that I could be spent on other things. Because like I said, this is just something that I do for fun. It's not my day job, right? I got other shit I got to do. Why am I spending that time and effort on this? Because I have this obsession with being right instead of doing what's right. And doing what's right often is ignoring it. Doing what's right is letting it go, is not responding at all. That is so hard to do for someone like me who, again, I'm always right. I have to be right. If that's one of your character flaws, like it's mine, learning how to adjust from being right all the time to doing what's right can really set you free. For me, I want that peace of mind in my life. I want the clarity and the freedom to be able to have that stress-free lifestyle. And I can't do that if I'm always constantly trying to make everyone else feel like I feel. It's impossible. It's never going to happen. Even if I'm Jesus Christ reincarnated and I have every right answer for the world, there's still going to be people that come out. I'm going to make a video on that. There's still going to be people that are haters, that disagree. That's just human nature. You can't change other people. You can only present your ideas and let it go. So when it comes to these arguments and arguing and trying to prove your point, a lot of times it's actually working against you. It's actually pushing that person like a magnet. It's pushing them further and further away versus bringing things together. And I think the humility side of things of saying, hey, I can't change your opinion. I actually commented on that, and that's why I lost it, right? I went from, hey, I can't change your opinion, I wish you the best, to now I'm engaging again. And I'm like, what am I doing? I'm back in that same mindset of trying to be right. Don't you know how stupid you are? Don't you know you're ignoring these obvious things? That's what I want to say to people. And I'm instead of realizing that, look, this person has no intention whatsoever of actually engaging with any side of logic or any side or your side of point of view, right? They don't care. They just are there to make you look stupid or to hear your point and then to shit on your point or misconstrue it or warp what you're saying or laugh at you or whatever it might be. If that's the case, which a lot of times it is, because we have this sense of, I want to look right, I want to look cool, I want to make fun of, so much of that goes on in these comments. You have to take a step back and go, what am I doing? What kind of energy am I feeding into this? And stepping away for someone like me is hard to do, but it's so much better than the alternative of, again, giving more energy into the situation and only making it worse. Because again, my intention is not to make things worse. I want to help. That's the reason why I'm commenting, but I get lost in the scuffle and I get nowhere, right? I get lost and I end up lost. And so for me, changing that perspective from being right to doing what's right sometimes just takes the humility to say, I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to engage. I'm going to let it go. They look like they dunked on you. Instead of responding, instead of stooping to their level, there's another quote about arguing with fools, and it talks about stooping to their level. It just brings you down to their level. If you don't want to get lower in life, if you want to raise your vibration, if you want to raise your frequency, if you want to continue along a path of enlightenment like I want for myself, if I say that and I mean it, I have to walk that path. I can't just say it. I actually have to do it. So when I pressed enter and I entered that comment, I was like, what am I doing, right? Now I have to make this video and I have to talk about it because it's going to help me walk the walk. It's going to get it outside of myself. It's going to help me keep accountable to myself. I can go, hey, don't you remember that video you made about not stooping to other people's levels and arguing with fools? Do you want to be a fool? And I think so many people can benefit from this. I just watched this one girl, someone just completely tore them to shreds in a comment. And, she took a screenshot of it and she made something about it. And she's like, look, I'm not going to engage with this. And I'm like, right on. Like, that's exactly the mindset that you have. Now, she did kind of engage with it because she took a screenshot of it and she made a post about it. But I think if she can make that as a statement to other people, look, I'm not going to engage with your comments, and then just continue doing what she does, that's really powerful. And I think I need that lesson just as much as anybody else that might make videos or just get into comments, right? Hey, sometimes we just got to let it go because the other person doesn't want to engage. So you're going to get nowhere. You're going to waste your energy. You're going to end up more frustrated. You're going to end up with less of your power bar of energy. It's going to be going down on a cause that's not going to do anything. It doesn't mean don't try to do the right thing, like I'm saying, but sometimes doing the right thing is ignoring it and putting your energy better placed on other areas. So that's all we got for today. Talking about comments, talking about arguing, talking about, engaging with these different sides of things. Sometimes you just got to let it go. And with that, I'm going to let it go. And that's it for today.